strap in the first of 3 on this Sunday. What a day we have in store. Super Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Conley. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Jackson. They'll set up a screen for Bigsby. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure, you might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU at Zach Wilson.
And he comes into these playoffs bringing a team that's been battle-tested, won the division, and earned the home playoff game here in round 1. But every year they know that a division champ, it feels like, gets beat. They don't want to be that team. They have to avoid the overconfidence and make sure they play the same way they played during the regular season, mistake-free and with passion.
Second and 10. Wilson now off the bootleg. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got him. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Ken Walker, 45 yards. And the Bengals will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. And now here come the Ravens. And, you know, listen, there's 2 ways to get the number 7 seed. You can back into it or you can charge your way into it and seize it. But ultimately, once you're here, you can throw that out the window. You've got to come to play.
Yeah, you just think of that phrase, any given Sunday or Saturday as the case may be. And even though this is a 2 versus 7 matchup, don't think for 1 second that this game's going to be a pushover. Anything can happen once the playoffs begin.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Jackson. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. Now a handoff up the middle. Conley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now it's Jackson. Caught here by Conley. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. On the return, Jackson.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 1st down.
From the gun, it's Walker.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Wilson's throw taken in by Cooper here.
And he's taken down right away at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Wilson.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the 1st quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Sliding out of the pocket.
He's got his target. That's complete.
He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They go play action now. Wilson. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Good running right there, and this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now a 2nd and 10. A give for Walker running right.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5, about the 4.
73 yards rushing for him in this 1st half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
McPherson on for the field goal.
McPherson's kick is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Bigsby with a carry to begin the series.
And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Second down, here's a run with Bigsby.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Jackson. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
And this may be the one to build on right here. It's the second quarter. They've got nothing on the scoreboard as of yet. They need to put something together, and this is a good start as they get the completion there for good yardage and a first down.
Play action. It's Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That's George Karlaftis who fought his way through the line to bury him.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
And they run the toss to Bigsby.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now they go screen. It's complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it'll be second down.
At the 21-yard line.
Here's Wilson. And he rifles one incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Play action. It's Wilson. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game. That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
From the gun, Bigsby.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this 3rd quarter at their own 25. The Bengal offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
I think the key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they make it even bigger plays in the passing game.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the 41-yard line.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback and makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Ravens are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Here's a give to Bigsby.
And he'll be taken down at the 46. Six yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Ravens first down.
Now Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
At the 47.
Now a handoff to Bigsby.
The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on for the 5th time here today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first down, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
few times here today. This run's not going to go anywhere. This offense so far on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. From 10 yards out. And the Bengals are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And a word that sack to Boogie Basham. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing is Jackson. And that almost their first INT of the ballgame. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. David Ojabo running in to take him down. The Ravens send their punter out now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Jackson. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. On 1st down, Nolan. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a give, right side. Nolan. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. On 3rd down, Nolan. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Here's Stevenson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step 1 on that play.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
So on 4th down, on is Evan McPherson and the Bengal field goal unit.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but They'll take the three, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Jackson on first down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Jackson now.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Bengals are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
124 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2nd down and 3.
Up the middle they go. Nolan. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Nolan. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space,